Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the music. I cannot have the music playing as it will be a disclaimer or whatnot. You know how YouTube is. But I wanted to talk about this game. This game is relatively one of my favorite Ultimate Time games, where it came out back on the Dreamcast, and it was released on the GameCube, which is one of my favorite games. Of course, like I said, as you can see, this is one of the older games and stuff. It's not, I mean, it doesn't hold up to very well this day, but hopefully one day they'll do a remake or a revamp and they'll bring it out. But like I said, this is one of the coolest games. If you haven't played it, you should give it a try. At least if you have a GameCube or a Dreamcast, give it a try. It's one of the relatively good games that hold up till this day. Um, for me, we had a bunch of people that used to play back in the day. It used to be online servers and stuff. Like online servers and stuff like that. So nowadays, online is totally different than what it used to be. Considering what the game is now. Whoop. Hold on there. Eek. Of course, you can see the camera not very good. But like I said, it's one of the relatively fun games. It's not like the newer version where the newer game is just online only. But this one, you can take your character offline and online. Relatively, you can play up to 4 players on this game, which is what's really really cool. Um, as you can see, the controls are a little clunky, but it holds up. It still holds up till this. Sorry about that. Just got my butt kicked. Of course, mages get their behind handed to them a little bit. Unfortunately, it's just something that mages do. Unfortunately, that's any game where mages pretty much get hit. Hold on, wrong button. There we go. So, like I said, this is one of my favorite games. I just thought I'd do a little bit of recording on it to see how you guys, if you guys would like me to upload more videos on Phantasy Star as I'm playing it or whatnot. So, like I said, this is relatively one of the fun games. This is actually like I said, one of my favorite games. I still enjoy it till this day. As you can see, my character is level 76. Your character can go up to 100. Whatnot. So you can pick different characters. Humor, full character, which are called full. If you play the online version, it's basically the same, except one class that's not a relatively available, which is the Beast. I think it is. But like I said, it's one of those fun games, and as you can see, I know the camera's not too good, but you can level your character. As you see my character third, next level, which is a bit, yeah, it's a lot, but you also get this, which is techniques, which you get Foley, but they go up to level 30, so you have to look around for basically for your magic. So it's like a farm game basically. Weapon drops. It's you're running, and it's like Borderlands basically. Like Borderlands, you go and get your magic. You go and get your. You have to find your weapons. You have to find. It's pretty much all the same. You could chat back in the day, but the only one that could chat was the Xbox. But the GameCube and the Dreamcast could not chat. The only thing you could chat was using like symbols, whatnot. You can make your own symbols, use your guild card. If you wanted to have a guild card, if you wanted to send it to friends and stuff like that, you could. Like, there you go, you could send it, but it'd have all your information. You could also write comments and stuff if you want to write whatever. But you also, as you can see, you can type all that in. And pretty much, you could have a keyboard, but the only thing with the keyboard, you have to have it imported from Japan at the time. You really couldn't have a normal keyboard, or you could later on in the GameCube, but you had to like have like a dongle that would attach to the normal keyboard. But it was very hard back in the day to chat. It's not like nowadays where you can just chat and stuff like that, and voice chat, whatnot, talk to people, whatnot. It's just not one of those games where you could like do that. But I think it was on the Xbox that you could do that, the OG Xbox. But the problem is with that you had to pay like a monthly service for it, which was not very good, in my opinion. But it should have been free. But my opinion. But whatever. But as you can see, the soundtrack is really great. It's just that I can't upload the soundtrack. But the problem is the soundtrack. If you go online, there's probably videos of it where you go on YouTube, you can find it, whatnot, here on YouTube and listen to the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really, really great. The only thing is that instead of using the analog stick, your right analog just to look around, you have to use this your right trigger here to move your camera around, or you can hold it down and whatnot. You do get something called a mag, which is boosts your stat, which is, let me see, what I think it is. And mag, you're gonna mag. You can have different mags and stuff like that, different on the stats and stuff. But like if I wanted to give it to an item or whatever, you can see where I maxed the defense a little bit, but I also gave it a lot of mine. So depending on what you want to give your mag or whatever, you can have your mag with certain stats. Like if you want to get power, if you want to give it dex, or if you want to give it an IQ. But the IQ helps you boost your mag to where it's gonna do certain things that when you're fighting, it's gonna help you in battle and stuff. So I mean, you also get the special photon, which I think it is right at there. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. There, no, that's the customization menu. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Customization. Well, I am so sorry. There it is, man. And you can look up like photon blast. There it is. I am so sorry. There it is, photon blast. And then there it is. Like depending on what you give your character, what you feed your mag, you can like heal your character or whatnot. It would heal the whole party, stuff like that. So depending on what mag you get, you can really do a lot of damage with it. With this character, with your character and stuff. So, for all in all, I mean, is this game worth it? Yeah. Even with the outdated graphic, yes, the game is worth it. And I would say, if for anybody who wants to play this game, go for it. You know what I mean? It's one of those games you just don't want to pass up on. It's just unfortunately that this game is not available now. Like I wish they would release it out on the Nintendo Switch, so which would be an awesome game to play with updated graphics. Of course, with updated control too. But as you can see, this game is a little outdated, but for the GameCube and stuff like that, it's really, really good. So, if I should say pick it up, give it a try, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Maybe an 8 on the control, which is compared to the game nowadays. But for this most part, I would say give this game a shot. You'll love it. You won't be disappointed. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. And catch you later. If you like this game, if you want to see more gameplay, hit me up, comment and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.